Hello everyone, I am Dr. Vivek Vardhan Virapaneni, consultant pulmonologist at Shwasa Hospital, Narayanguda, Hyderabad. Today, on the occasion of World Pneumonia Awareness Day, that is November 12th, 2021, we would like to share what is pneumonia and what are the bacteria or the viruses or the fungi that can cause pneumonia and what are the dangers that one can face because of this problem. So, let us begin with what is pneumonia and where is it seen. Pneumonia is seen in the lungs when a bacteria or a virus or a fungus or sometimes a different type of organism, when it enters your lungs, but your lung system or immune system is kind of weak, it is unable to fight the bacteria or virus properly, then that particular organism will invade into the cells and release toxins causing infection. That infection stays in the lung for a while, which keeps on increasing and may then spread to a space called as pleural cavity, and further it can spread into the bloodstream leading to sepsis, that is blood infection. So this pneumonia can be as simple as a fever with cough, which may go away with an oral antibiotic, or it can become even more severe, leading to hospital admission. That particular admission can be either in a ward or in ICU depending on the severity of the patient. We as pulmonologists use few scoring systems to decide whether the patient needs admission or not. If at all the patient requires admission, does he need a ward admission or an ICU admission, depending on the Curve 65 scoring or the PSI scoring. So we decide and we advise the patient. Sometimes patients, they really do not want to get admitted, but we do explain the seriousness of the problem and tell them the need for admission. Once admitted, we give them IV antibiotics and other fluids and other medication to keep their lungs healthy and dry, because they're all full of phlegm or mucus or sputum that comes out because of the pneumonia. And in case of viral pneumonias, it can be dry lungs as well. They don't really have sputum, but they have a lot of cough and breathing difficulty. No matter what type of pneumonia it is, there is treatment. Even COVID pneumonias are quite a lot. We have seen quite a lot of COVID pneumonias of late in early 2021 and also in 2020 that had led to so many hospitalizations. Few of them unfortunately passed away, but many of them have made out of the ICUs or wards. That is because of the treatment that was given, antivirals. In such pneumonias, along with antibiotics, even steroids have a very good role. So this steroid, whether to be given in a particular pneumonia or not, and what antibiotic to be chosen, if at all it is antiviral, what antiviral has to be chosen, and what antifungal has to be chosen in case of fungal pneumonias will be decided by the treating doctor. So self-decisions are not advised, because not all antibiotics work against all the organisms. So no matter how small or how trivial your symptoms are, it's better to consult a doctor and then take treatment with the doctor. And if it is just OP basis, probably in 5 days you will be free of your disease. So pneumonia can affect any age group. It can be seen in children, in infants as less than 1 year of age, or it can be in children or teenagers, anybody, adults or old age. But most commonly this is seen in either children or in old age groups. So this is how pneumonia affects different age groups. So what are the predisposing factors? Who is more affected because of pneumonia? What makes a person become more prone to get that infection? It can be because of less immunity, defense mechanisms can be not so good in some patients. That is one of the reasons. And second one is, even though you are having a good immunity, you may be susceptible sometimes for pneumonias called as community acquired pneumonias. Many people in the community will be susceptible. More susceptible are the patients with diabetes or any other chronic diseases that will lead to decreased function of the immune system. And Along with this, patients with malignancies, that is cancers, patients with HIV or AIDS, or patients with any other immunosuppressive conditions like organ transplantation patients, or patients who have received chemotherapy, uh, patients who are bedridden for a long time, and patients who are not able to swallow their food properly. There's something called as aspiration pneumonia, where the food items that are supposed to go into your food tube by mistake enters your lungs and causes pneumonias. And alcoholism, that is taking a lot of alcohol, makes a person aspirate few gastric contents that is there in your stomach, will slowly pass down into your lungs while you're asleep, when you're completely sloshed. So that happens, and that leads to aspiration pneumonias in some cases. So there are multiple causes. It depends on patient, and sometimes the dentures, if they're very old, or some patients who are having dental caries, all those will lead to pneumonia. Old age itself is a risk factor. So we advise people more than 50 years in India to get vaccinated against common organisms that cause pneumonia. It can be a virus like influenza, or it can be a bacteria such as Streptococcus pneumoniae. So these are very common organisms that can cause a lot of pneumonias. Taking this vaccine doesn't prevent you from getting infection, but what it does is preventing complications and decreasing admissions. If you're a person who has taken vaccine, you are less likely to get admitted, you are less likely to become sick or land up in ICU. However, if you are a person who is not vaccinated with the similar risk factors as that other person, you are more likely to get complications or land up in ICU. So, vaccines have a very good role to play in preventing complications, but not infection. However, sometimes infection rate can also be less because of vaccination. And treatment, just like I discussed before, depends on the type of pneumonia. And with good treatment, most of the patients who are suffering with pneumonia, especially patients who are having good immune system, should come out of it. So, on the occasion of World Pneumonia Day, I would like to make a few things clear. One, pneumonia is infection of lungs. Number two, pneumonia can be treated. It is treatable, there are medicines. Number three, pneumonia can be prevented with the use of vaccination. So, how do you prevent pneumonias? So, this must be the question that's in your mind right now. Pneumonias as such specifically cannot be prevented, but vaccination is a good strategy. Apart from that, staying healthy, eating good food, avoiding alcohol, regular diet, and patients who are having other diseases should take few precautions like head and elevation when they sleep, especially patients who are having neurological diseases. When they sleep, head and elevation is good, because if they sleep flat, the risk of developing pneumonia is high. And if you have alcohol, it's better to have in a very modest amount, because higher amount of alcohol will lead to more loss of your senses, and that will increase the risk of having aspiration pneumonias. So I urge you all to have a very good diet, stay healthy, and having diabetes is a very bad thing, because it makes you more prone for these diseases. So if you are a diabetic already, just make sure your diabetes is under control, because uncontrolled diabetes will lead to a lot of pneumonias, including tubercular pneumonias. But if you are a person who is fit, and if you want to avoid diabetes, then I think you should continue your workouts and maintain your diet. I hope this video has a message. If you like the video, please share it with your family or friends and other people in groups, so that they will be benefited what is pneumonia, and they will have a basic idea at least when they visit a doctor. Thank you.